On this episode,
Look at me, I'm helping.
I actually get to be there
All right, Rachel, bring it in.
when pigs fly.
Do not fall out of the basket.
Deal.
And I witness romance in full bloom, high up in the heavens.
Ah, true love at any altitude.
Then, I set out to prove that the life of an overbooked TV host
You're going to be a pilot for about 15 minutes.
can still leave room for spontaneity.
What the heck? Why not learn how to hang glide?
But have I become completely untethered from sanity?
Holy smokes. I might have peed a little.
I'm not a morning person, and no amount of trying will make me one. Yet, time and time again, my producers set out to prove that good TV can happen before the sun comes up. I'm skeptical, but I've got my coffee, so at least my eyes will be open.
Once again, it's early, very, very dreadfully early here in the great state of Florida. Everything I know, I will now share with you. These people are unloading what appears to be a gondola. A giant balloon is going to be assembled over here forthwith, I'm told, in the shape of a swine, a pig. It's a day I've waited for years. Pigs will fly.
Lift with your legs, not your back. On three. One,
I got legs.
2, 3. You got legs?
I got legs. Look at me, I'm helping. Hi, everybody. Hey, good morning.
It's way too early for me to ask intelligent questions or agonize over why sensible people would drag themselves out of bed at such an uncivilized hour to float through space. However, I am duty-bound to find the man in charge and see what I can learn about the point of an airborne porcine.
Hi, I'm Doug, your pilot.
Mike,
Good
how are you?
morning. Welcome to Central Florida.
Thanks. Everything the brochure promised.
Is it? Everything?
Do you guys have a specific name?
This is the company called When Pigs Fly. Balloons are actually registered aircraft with the FAA, and you do have to have a pilot certificate to fly one.
Do you have one of those?
Which, yes.
Well, part of the fun is we go up, you don't really know exactly where you're coming down, do you?
We do try and take off from a field knowing headed to a particular location, but a lot of times Mother Nature will change that and we'll have to pick a different field to land in. And the first 2 hours after sunrise is the best time of the day to fly. That's when the winds are most gentle or most kind.
You need more than just a pilot and calm winds to get a hot air balloon off the ground. You need plenty of helping hands. One body, many parts, as it were.
How much does this thing weigh, you reckon?
775 pounds.
775?
There's a lot of bacon in here.
But this is not your average balloon-shaped hot air balloon.
It's a much simpler operation with just a balloon that's not a shape.
Yeah, it would have to
They
be.
go up and down real easy.
Is that just a regular balloon going up there?
Yeah.
Pig shape notwithstanding, the basic design of the hot air balloon hasn't changed that much since the Chinese first used paper lanterns for military signaling almost 2,000 years ago. But it was the Montgolfier brothers of France who took that principle and expanded it to the point where a person could actually ride in one. Although the very first passenger was a sheep sent up sometime in 1783, Etienne Montgolfier would be the first human pilot. The use of these aircraft was mostly confined to militaries spying enemy positions until recreational hot air ballooning took off around 1950. That's when inventor Ed Yost developed an onboard heating system that kept balloons aloft for longer voyages. He also developed the maneuvering vents, deflation systems, and the very fabric the balloons are made of. It's no wonder they call the guy the father of modern-day hot air ballooning. And that air is seriously hot.
These burners are capable of 18 million BTUs of heat. Our fuel is liquid propane, same thing you have in your gas grill at home.
Right.
We have two 20-gallon lay-down stainless steel tanks in here. We're good to go on this.
Once Doug is certain the vents are sealed and the lines aren't tangled, he starts to blow cold air into the balloon.
We're gonna hold the throat open. Got it.
Once it starts to expand, you get a better sense of what you're looking at.
If you want to take your shoes off, we'll walk inside real quick, all right?
Sure.
We've actually done balloon weddings in here before, where we'll actually bring the couple in and we'll marry them in here in the envelope, you know, take off as husband and wife.
So people literally get married standing right here.
Yeah, they can, yeah. Kind of cool.
Big church.
Yeah, kind of neat. Let's go put some heat in this thing.
Once the propane heaters start belching out flames, you understand that these balloons are actually pretty sturdy and perfectly capable of taking off without you if your crew isn't on their toes.
All right, let it come up. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Pull out, pull out. Pull it out.
As the sun rises, so do the balloons. Time now for some final instructions.
All right, Rachel, bring it in. Heat to go up, heat out to come down. That's important in case you decide to mutiny today and take the balloon over, all right?
Of course.
All right, good man. And you are welcome to go anywhere you like today except out.
Deal.
The propane heaters roar. The gondola slowly leaves terra firma.
I believe we're hovering.
You are off the ground.
And we're headed to wherever the wind takes us.
Wave goodbye. Say goodbye, Toto.
Pigs are flying.
As the sun slowly rises over the fields and glades of central Florida, we look down from the clouds, surrounded in absolute quietude. Well, maybe not absolute.
It can be very quiet,
Yeah.
and then it can be very loud.
There's Disney, downtown Orlando.
Sponsorship is a very important part of the balloon business, and we are surrounded by those in search of free airtime.
Where's that balloon? Haven't seen that in a while.
Right behind us.
Oh.
Sorry, guys, you have to pay for that.
You can see the pig right over here, right down the edge of the basket.
It's a reflection.
The view is spectacular, but what I'd really like to see is a steering wheel.
You always want to be aware of what the winds are below you. You can take a bottle of water and you can follow the water droplets and they'll react to the winds. What I usually do is spit because it tends to stay together better.
Right? When is it too windy to fly?
Anything over 10 mile an hour is, we're not going to fly. If the winds are 15, 20 mile an hour, you know, we're going to hit that ground and the wind's going to pull us and drag us down the ground. Do not fall out of the basket. Whatever you do, don't do that because if we lose your weight, I'm going to take off like a rocket.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Meanwhile, in some other balloon, Bobby has popped the question. And I'm guessing that Brittany said yes.
Congratulations. The couple's officially engaged right here.
So who got engaged? Those people right there?
In that balloon there.
Oh, are we going up or are they going down?
We're going up and they're going down.
What is that doing?
See the top up there? We're pulling it down to let air out because I want to descend.
So if you had to, you could put it down right here?
Yes. Yep.
It's not immediate, is it?
Now, there's always a reaction time, and you have to take that into account when you're flying. And I'll be honest, sometimes we miss that. We'll miss
Sure.
it, and you'll miss a field. Sometimes you'll go into a field and you think the winds are this way and they're really this way. So we have to make sure we line up so we catch those winds underneath us when we go in. It's nice with these burners. Like I said, they're 19 million BTUs of heat. And if I need them, I can crank both of them at one time and get double firepower, which will get me up.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where you just can't find a good place to put it down?
We call those pucker flights.
Yeah.
You know what those are like?
I do.
All righty then.
Look at that.
Meanwhile, over on the Love balloon, things are a little rougher.
Good job. All righty then.
How was your flight?
Up and down. No fuss, no muss.
Ugh. Hands on, hands on.
Okay, boys.
See how sensitive it can be?
As a matter of fact, I do. And so does Nick, our cameraman, who's been following behind. If Nick were on an airplane touching down right now, this would be the part where the passengers would be making involuntary sounds of alarm.
Yeah.
Did you guys know this is where you were going to land before you took off?
Yes. This
was
was our
the plan?
intended landing site today.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Speaking of people coming together for a happy moment, it's time for the piglets to help put away a balloon.
All right, pull hard. Let's go. Pull. Pig down.
Pig goes up, pig goes down.
Let it fall. Yay!
You know, you're flying a pig,
All right.
you get him back in the bag, you use your butt. I love it.
Then we stand up and go, oh, look whose end's lowest.
Yeah, that was me. You're welcome.
Having safely ballooned across Florida, it's only fitting we end our journey with a tradition that harkens back to the origins of ballooning.
Traditionally with ballooning, we do a toast in the field we land. And November 21st, 1783 was the very first manned balloon flight. But they didn't have the ability like we do today to let heat in and let heat out, you know, to go up and down in the air and land in a field like we did today.
Well, how did they get down? Well, they just would
whatever went up came straight down. And the French farmers, not having seen these things before, they'd run out with pitchforks and rip up this big sack. So they would carry champagne with them as a little toast saying, we are from here, because they thought they were aliens from outer space. So we've carried the tradition of champagne to today. True, it's true. I know.
Before we can honor the tradition, I find myself looking up yet again. Seems our landing field is also home of Wallaby Ranch hang gliding. And even though it wasn't on the agenda, I thought,
let's do that.
Maybe I'll regret this, but dangling from a kite a few thousand feet up in the air sounds like fun.
Ah, the spontaneity. It washes over me.
Introductions are quickly made.
So it's kind of last minute, but that's Malcolm and that's Lori.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go for a hang glide ride. Now this looks like an operation.
This is my office.
Do it for me.
After a quick stop to sign the requisite paperwork.
And then right here down at the bottom where it says pilot signature,
I'm signed for the pilot?
you're going to be a pilot for about 15 minutes. All right, let's go fly kites.
Now, a freshly ordained pilot, I am ready to take to the skies.
Hello, people.
Hi there.
As soon as I figure out where I'm going.
Why am I walking like I know where I'm going? I don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking like I know where I'm going. Malcolm, am I gonna have a helmet?
Yeah.
Good news.
Harness first.
Helmet and a harness, good. You're gonna have to wrap me in bubble pack.
There's no basket to stand in here. More like a sleeping bag, tied to a light aluminum frame.
Okay, you're going to step over this bar and behind the down tube there for me.
Bar?
Yep. Okay, you're going to put your left foot through that loop.
Mm-hmm.
Put your right foot through there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now head and hands through all those ropes and lines like you're putting on a sweater.
Through here?
Yep. Walk towards you.
Uh-huh.
Stand straight up.
Yep.
The key is to do exactly as
Both
Lori
feet down the
says.
tube.
I will do everything everybody tells me.
It'll end well.
Stand up tall.
Be the very picture of compliance.
It's all weight shift. We're hanging from the center of gravity, and we're hanging from the same point. And we hold this bar, which is just a handle to an airframe with no moving parts.
Uh-huh.
I've only been doing this since 1974.
Mm-hmm.
Started this place here in 91.
Yeah.
And we teach more people how to fly hang gliders than anywhere in the world.
So you're the guy. I mean, if I'm just going to roll the dice in a spontaneous way and say, what the heck, why not learn how to hang glide?
I'm that guy.
I couldn't have landed in a better place. Where will you be? And where will
Right
I
next to
be?
you in a harness parallel to you.
So you and I are in a harness.
We're going to be comfy.
And how do we get up there? We got to drag?
We got a big airplane here. It's called the Dragonfly, designed and built in Australia. And it tows us up. It's specially designed for pulling hang gliders, flies really slow and very maneuverable at slow speeds. And we're going to climb at about 350 feet a minute.
Uh-huh.
And we usually go to about 2,000, 2,500 feet.
Yeah.
Hit this little handle, it releases the rope, and then we're in free flight, just as if we had launched off a cliff, although we don't have to do the run off the cliff thing. You're lucky to have a day where the weather stayed so nice late.
Yeah, it's my lucky day.
Thumbs under the bar, elbows loose. Arms bent, elbows loose, like that.
Like this, right?
Okay.
From balloons to parachuting to really every high place you can think of on this stupid show. We've explored
This one,
every nook and cranny.
this will be your favorite one. The Wallaby Ranch will definitely be your favorite one.
The Wallaby Ranch. Well, why'd you call it Wallaby?
Well, hang gliding was invented in Australia,
Was it?
and ranch is an American word. They wouldn't say that. I thought it was a cute little combination.
It's cute. What you have here is a cute little operation.
It's easy to remember.
There you go.
Who could forget that?
Well, nobody, depending on how this shoot goes.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, Taylor. We'll go.
Okay, here we go. Have fun.
This was fast.
All you gotta do is relax.
All right.
A little lot faster, except for your crew dilly-dallying around. Elbows nice and loose.
You got it.
We're in the air, that's all there is to it. The rest of it just stays the same. The only thing that changes is our altitude.
Altitude and attitude.
After spending the morning floating high above Florida in a hot air balloon, the winds blew us to a guy who hasn't worn shoes in 20 years. His name's Malcolm Jones, and he's convinced me to go right back up.
turn right here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just shifting my weight. We're hanging at the center of gravity, so you're controlling the glider with basically what's called weight shift or weight and balance, they would call it in a conventional airplane.
Right.
I fly regular airplanes too. I fly all kind of stuff.
I'm glad to hear all that.
But hang gliding is my favorite thing to fly. And what you're seeing right now is my office. My father had a great career in a corner office that he always bragged about, but when I brought him up here, he goes, well,
You win.
okay.
Yeah, the view is shocking. How's your health, Malcolm?
So far, so good.
No heart disease?
Nope.
No fainting spells?
Nope.
No narcolepsy?
Once we reach our cruising altitude, we say goodbye to the tether and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Things change.
Oh.
We slow down. We don't.
Oh, look at that airplane go.
Wake from the airplane. He dives on down to get the next glider.
Holy smokes.
Now you can see where we took off right there.
Right there.
We'll just fly here with that soaring bird.
Oh, man.
Let me see your hands. Just let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just flies all by itself.
Yep.
Flies all by itself.
Jeez. This is just a kite, man. This is
Put your
just a
thumbs
big
under the
kite.
bar, spread your hands out. You want to go faster? Pull the bar to you.
Yeah.
You want to pull in with your right arm, push out with your left, like you're turning a bicycle or grocery cart.
And you go right.
There you go. Just shift our weight to the right turn. I'm not touching anything. You want to stop
Oh.
a right hand turn? Do the
Yep.
opposite. Pull in with your left hand. I'm not going to let it do anything weird. You're getting a little slow right there, so you just
Yeah.
pull the bar back in.
Yeah. Good grief. Can you stall it?
Yeah, you can stall it, but it's very mellow stall, not like a regular airplane. I'll show you.
No, let's not. There's no need to
It's
stall.
super mellow.
There's no need to stall, really. I know what a stall is. There's no need, really.
Moments like these call for just the right reflection. Some grand and poetic observation that sums up man's desire to slip the surly bonds of earth and touch the face of God. Or maybe something a bit more egalitarian.
Wow. Huh. Malcolm, this is unbelievable.
Nice, isn't it?
You know, the Golden Knights let me pull my parachute, and that was amazing, but that's falling.
Exactly. Falling is not flying. Is it not magic?
It's magic, man. You're right. You're absolutely
Especially when
right.
you get low like this. Like a lot of people dream of flying. This is the altitude. You know, they're over the playground talking to their friends. You know.
Yeah.
It's not like you're way up in the clouds like an airplane. The landing is smoother than an airliner.
You gotta be kidding.
No. You tell me if I'm lying right here in a second.
All right. Unbelievable.
The accidental flyer.
Okay, do that. If you're making a list, do this. God, that was great.
Not all bad, huh? Thanks for dropping in.
Well, there you go.
I might have peed a little.
Oh, God.
Change the harness.
You're not wearing shoes, man.
I never wear shoes. Nothing to step on up there. I can feel the wind in my toes.
For whatever reason, had I realized you weren't wearing shoes, I might have been a little more nervous.
Really?
As days go, this was a pretty good one. A little bit of floating, a little bit of flying. It's easy to see why Doug and Malcolm got to do it. They've made the sky their place of business, and as corner offices go, this is a pretty good one.